If you've been anywhere near YouTube, Twitch, or X in the last couple of weeks, you've definitely seen Adin Ross's name pop up, as he is back in the headlines, and this time, it's a big reason. He just had a former president on his stream, and the internet practically exploded when Donald Trump showed up.
Dude interviews Trump on a stream. Might be one of the most unhinged streamers. Now, this is not talking smack. He's one of the most unhinged streamers. I think he'd even admit this.
It was an unexpected development that led to massive hate from his fans and critics. Now, we do know Adin is great with handling controversy, but this is not the only time Adin Ross received negative backlash. Hey, my name is Mighty Elroy, and I make weekly videos on topics I'm interested in. Please like and subscribe to support my channel. Today, we are going to talk about the many attempts by the internet to cancel Adin Ross. And man, the internet has tried to cancel this guy more times than I can count. So before we get into the latest controversy, let's talk about some of his past deeds that had everyone riled up. Adin is like the friend who keeps making the same mistakes, but you can't help but watch because it's just so dang entertaining. Before he became a controversial figure that everyone seems to have an opinion about, Adin was just another kid trying to make it big on Twitch. He started out streaming NBA 2K, and honestly, he was pretty good at it. People liked his energy, his interactions with the chat, and the way he brought a vibe to his streams. By 2020, he had already built a solid fan base, and it looked like he was on the fast track to Twitch stardom. But with that fast rise came the first taste of controversy. You see, Adin wasn't just sticking to gaming. He started bringing in some big name rappers and celebrities onto his streams. We're talking guys like Lil Yachty, Blueface, and even Shaq West. These streams were wild, full of freestyle sessions and just plain chaotic energy. Fans loved it, but not everyone was on board. One of the earliest incidents when the internet tried to take Adin down was actually pretty unexpected. It wasn't about something he said or did on stream, it was about what he didn't do. Back in 2021, Adin started taking longer and longer breaks from streaming. Now, if you know anything about Twitch culture, you know that consistency is key. Fans want you there, day in, day out, grinding out that content. And when Adin started taking these breaks, his fans weren't happy. People started to question his commitment, accusing him of being lazy or cashing out. There are even rumors that he was losing his passion for streaming altogether. Some folks on Twitter and Reddit were straight up calling for his head, saying he didn't deserve the platform he had. This was the first time we saw the internet really try to cancel Adin. Even if it was just for not being around enough, it was a weird sort of controversy, but it showed how quickly fans could turn if they felt let down. But Adin wasn't just dealing with criticism over his absence. Around the same time, he was starting to make waves for a whole different reason, the W and L community. If you're not familiar, this is a group of streamers and fans who spam W for wins and L for losses in the chat. It's a pretty simple concept, but it became a whole movement, and Adin was at the forefront of it. For instance, here's an example of him using the phrase after fake copywriting a video from the internet anarchist, costing him $8,000.
Here's Adin Ross celebrating the fall strike.
W. Chat, by the way, this is Hassan's head moderator, chat.
However, this brought him into direct conflict with more traditional poggers community on Twitch. These are the folks who had been around for years, who helped build Twitch into what it was. They didn't take kindly to Adin and his crew coming and changing the culture. There were some pretty heated exchanges between Adin's fans and those in the poggers community, with insults flying back and forth. One of the most notable beefs during this time was Adin and Ludwig, one of Twitch's biggest names from the Poggers side. Ludwig and others criticized Adin's fans.
I know who Adin
Old
is.
beef.
Yeah, where the did he come from?
He kissed Krennikov.
Is that like his thing?
No, so like he had like a bunch of
Isn't
connections in the LA scene, and like he hits a viewer base that you, like me and you will never hit.
His viewers are like the kids in high school who want to be cool. You know, like, oh, like I like rap, I like, you know, like this sort of stuff, like kind of like hype beast-ish.
Yeah, they're all very
You know,
hype beast-ish.
I literally have fun in Adin Ross's stream because I don't watch it,
I think
but
he's-
I'm literally just spamming letters.
You're like, yeah, I'm included. W.
I just spam W nerd.
He said spam W.
Adin and his fans didn't find it funny and clapped back and called Ludwig's viewers even worse.
From Adin Ross fans in the past hour. L nerd, L racist, your community is full of, then the slur for gay people. You've never touched a girl. You have no reason to hate on him. Band geek, go jack off to Corinna's L nerd, go play the violin, you no nerd. Geek.
It was brutal, and it instantly sparked even more controversy. This period was crucial in shaping who Adin would become as a streamer. It also set the stage for the much bigger controversies that were just around the corner, the ones that would really test how far the internet was willing to go to cancel him. This is where things start to get really wild. If you thought the earlier drama around Adin Ross was crazy, the controversy surrounding his association with Andrew Tate took it to a whole new level. Everyone knows Tate by now, but for those who don't know, he is a former kickboxer who became notorious for his ultra masculinity, often controversial takes on life, women, and success. By mid-2022, Tate had exploded across social media, especially among younger audiences who were drawn to his bold, unapologetic style. He was everywhere you looked: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and he was even making waves with his crazy statements.
Life for a man is harder than life for a woman. We need to have a lot of to be an important man. To be a woman, you need makeup. If you're truly beautiful, you don't need anything else. I've been on boats in Dubai with 19-year-old Moldovan girls. The guy who got that boat needed $100 million. That makeup. Same boat. That's how hard it is.
Adin Ross, being a young and influential streamer, naturally gravitated toward people who were trending, and Tate was really trending at that time. But it wasn't just about the clout for Adin. He saw something in Tate. Maybe it was his confidence, maybe it was his success, or maybe it was just the fact that Tate knew how to stir the pot. Whatever it was, Adin started featuring Tate on his streams, and the internet took notice. Their big first collaboration happened on July 2022. The stream was electric, pulling in massive numbers as Tate and Adin bantered about everything from success to relationships. Tate's hardcore followers flooded the chat, spamming messages of support like, "These two are an entertaining combo for sure." And 45 minutes in, it just feels like a boyfriend having a conversation with their girlfriend's little brother. I love it. For Adin, this was a big win, and Tate's presence was boosting his viewer count. However, what Adin might not have fully anticipated was the backlash that would come. Social media was ablaze with opinions, with many slamming him for promoting what they saw as toxic masculinity. Twitter threads, YouTube videos, and Reddit discussions popped up everywhere, dissecting every word that was said during the stream. I hope Twitch also decides to remove Andrew Tate from their platform. Why people like Adin Ross are still giving him this huge amount of exposure is beyond me. Absolutely garbage effing human. One of the most vocal critics was Hassan Piker, who had a massive following himself, took issue with Adin's decision to host Tate. He argued that by giving Tate a platform, Adin was essentially endorsing his views, which many considered to be harmful and regressive. But the beef between Adin and Hassan goes way deeper, and we will talk about that more later. Amidst everything, Adin didn't back down. In fact, he doubled down on it. He continued to stream with Tate, often engaging in deep conversations about life, success, and the state of the world.
Do you remember July 12th, 2022?
No.
Why are you smiling at me like that? That is the day that you and I first met. July 12th.
What?
That's our first.
You got the day?
Yeah.
My life's never been the same. You taught me so much, Adin.
What did I teach you?
Mattresses, lean. I think that's it. But they're important things to know about.
Are you AI?
As the friendship grew, mainstream media began to pick up on the story. Articles started appearing in outlets like The Guardian, Vice, and Rolling Stone, discussing the implications of Adin's relationship with Tate. The coverage wasn't flattering. Most of it painted Adin as a young, impressible streamer who is being manipulated by a much older, more calculated figure. The tipping point came when Andrew Tate was banned from almost every social media platform in August 2022. The bans were a coordinated effect to deplatform Tate due to his repeated violations of community guidelines on hate speech and misinformation. This was a significant blow to Tate, but it also had some serious repercussions for Adin. In October 2022, Adin was hit with one of the most longest bans on Twitch. The official reason was vague, but it was widely speculated that his association with Tate played a significant role in the decision. You would think that his ban would be wake-up call, but this next thing was a whole different level. He brought Donald Trump onto his stream. This wasn't just about generating views, it was more about making a statement. Before we dive into the Trump interview itself, it's important to understand the context. By early 2023, Adin had transitioned from Twitch to Kick, a streaming platform known for its really lenient terms of service. This move came from multiple bans on Twitch, where Adin felt increasingly restricted by the platform's rules. Adin's move to Quick was marked by a series of streams that tested the limits of what was acceptable, like streaming adult content. Yeah, you heard that right. P live on stream. Now, this wasn't just a minor slip up, it was kind of a mistake that sent shockwaves across the internet, especially when you're someone as high profile as Adin Ross. So here's how it went. Early 2023, Adin was in the middle of one of his usual streams. Everything was going fine. Then boom, it happened. Explicit content on the stream. And just like that, the internet exploded. The reaction was immediate. Fans, critics, pretty much everyone else on the internet were in shock. This became a full-blown scandal. In days that followed, Adin had to face some negative remarks. For a guy who had already faced so much backlash in his career, this felt like a whole new level of controversy. And let's be real, this wasn't something he could just shrug off. But true to form, Adin didn't shy away from the drama. He addressed the incident head on, apologizing to his fans and trying to explain what had happened. Of course, not everyone was ready to forgive and forget, but in typical Adin Ross fashion, he managed to weather the storm, continuing to stream and entertain his audience, even as the controversy slowly faded into the background. But all of this was just a prelude to the most atrocious move yet, interviewing Donald Trump live on stream. The announcement that Trump would appear on Adin's stream was a bombshell. Trump was a figure who had strong views from both sides of the political spectrum. And even though Trump had been out of office for a few years by this point, he remained a deeply controversial figure. Bringing Trump onto a live stream, especially one ran by someone unpredictable as Adin, was a recipe for chaos. Adin teased the event heavily, and the internet buzzed with speculation about how the stream would entail. Would Adin challenge Trump on his policies? Would Trump use the platform to push his political agenda? Or would the whole thing devolve into a chaotic mess, as many predicted? On the day of the stream, viewers tuned in by tens of thousands. Right from the start, it was clear that this would be no ordinary interview. Adin was visibly excited, but the technical issues that plagued the stream added an extra layer of unpredictability. The audio problems, which were later attributed to the last-minute change in seating arrangements, made parts of the conversation hard to follow. But that didn't stop the internet from hanging on every word. Trump, for his part, was as unapologetic himself as ever.
What's going on here? What's going on?
Well, today is going to be the most important stream I've ever done, first of all. And I want to say thank you for doing this, seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Get some good ratings today.
We're going to get some good ratings. Everyone thought this was going to be fake today, but, we proved them wrong. So.
You're right in the living room of Mar-a-Lago.
He touched on his unusual talking points, his time in office, the state of the country, and his views on the mainstream media. Adin was clearly in awe of his guests. Let Trump speak freely, rarely challenging him or steering the conversation in any significant way. For many, this was the most controversial aspect of the stream. Critics argued that by not pushing back on Trump's statements, Adin was essentially giving him a free platform to spread his views unchallenged. But it wasn't just what was said that would cause a stir. It was what Adin did. During the stream, Adin presented Trump with a Rolex watch.
So, I got you a gift. Well, a couple gifts. Oh. And I got you this gift because you are, I feel like you constantly get beat on, but you're so strong, and I hope you like watches, Rolexes.
Oh, that's a beautiful watch.
Yeah.
Should I open it?
You should open it. and then show the camera.
That's a great watch, actually.
A gesture that many interpreted as an endorsement of Trump's politics. Many felt that Adin had crossed the line by giving Trump a platform without challenging his views. The fact that Adin gave Trump a Rolex was particularly problematic, with some seeing it as a clear sign of political endorsement, whether intended or not. Notably, other streamers and content creators joined the band, and that's where Hassan comes in again. You see, he is known for his left-leaning political commentary and was particularly vocal in his criticism. He questioned why Adin, who had previously avoided overt political involvement, was now aligning himself with someone as diverse as Trump.
I got you a gift. Well, a couple gifts.
Oh, good. That's good.
That's good.
I got you this gift because, look, I feel like you constantly get beat on, but you're so strong, and you just, like I said, you live for the people, and hope you like watches, Rolexes.
Oh, that's a beautiful watch.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you can't do that. That's illegal.
You like Rolex?
That's
like
illegal.
Jack Nicklaus
That's
and Gary Player and
illegal.
Arnold
You can't
Palmer,
do that,
all those.
dumbass. Flag on the play. That literally is not legal. For those of you who are wondering why that's illegal, that's a FEC campaign contribution violation. An individual cannot give a person actively running for office more than the max cap. I believe at this point, $3,300.
You could already see the gift.
Yeah, I can. Wow.
Check out this rap and let me know your honest thoughts.
As the criticism mounted, Adin did what he does best. He fired back. He mocked Hassan and other critics, accusing him of being jealous that they couldn't land an interview with Trump themselves. He also took aim at their personal lives, suggesting that they had no right to criticize him and that they had their own skeletons in their closet.
Hassan responded, I don't want to respond to him anymore. He's the most contradicting, hypocritical person ever. His political mindset doesn't even make sense. He has a $5 million crib, okay? He drives a sports car. Hassan, why don't you donate all the money that you make outside of what your expenses are to your community? No, you won't, because your community is stupid as And also, I want to say one thing. For Miss Kiff and Hassan, for all you guys saying my audience is too young to vote, listen, bro, my audience is young, yes, but a lot of these people could vote my chat. And Miss Kiff, you act like your audience is not full of a bunch of weirdos too. Didn't you get caught doing some crazy shit, bro? Same with you, Hassan. You probably got some crazy shit in the closet, bro. You got some crazy skeletons in the closet, bro. I know for a fact you do.
Adin also addressed the Rolex controversy in a somewhat dismissive manner. He joked about the watch, and at one point saying he planned to give it to Trump's son, Barron, instead. This attitude only furthered his critics. He saw it as evidence that Adin wasn't taking the responsibility of his platform seriously. While the stream may have cost him some fans and earned him plenty of criticism, it also solidified his reputation as one of the most daring and unpredictable figures in the world of online streaming. This issue is still ongoing, but it is yet another example of how the internet tried to cancel him. Oh, and there are some more attempts I forgot to mention before. There was a time he tried promoting gambling to his audience, and that didn't go well with people, but he didn't care. He even doubled down by signing with crypto companies, which was crazy. Also in February 2024, Adin Ross found himself at the center of yet another firestorm. He tweeted there are only two genders. The internet erupted. Critics labeled the tweet as transphobic, sparking widespread backlash from social media users, influencers, and activists alike. Adin defended his tweet by claiming it was intended to be an attack on the transgender community, but rather a critic of what was called cancel culture. With all of this, the wild part is no matter how many times the internet tries to take him down, he's still here, still streaming, still trending, still doing his thing. It's like he's got this superpower that lets him bounce back from anything.